Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am back with another SQL topic, and it is a view. So if you are using view and if you are not aware about the features of view and functionality of view, why we do use it, then this video is specially for you. And even if you are learning the SQL, then you should consider watching the entire video for the better understanding. Okay, so in general we write a big SQL query to run the report and share the data with the end user. Okay, so it is kind of complicated by considering the security factor and the feasibility also. So we create a view and we simply share that view with the end user, where end user can simply run the single line command and see the report. So it is a virtual table and it gives the restricted access. Very first thing, it gives the restricted access. So whatever columns and rows that we are including into the view, only that part visible to the end user. Okay, so here the end user will not be access entire data from the original table that the view belongs to. Second one is the hiding the data complexity. Like I said, we write a big SQL queries, perform multiple joins, complex logic and all that things. So after creating the view on the top of the SQL script, it simply hides all the complicated SQL query and gives a simple formatted report at the front end. The next one is the simplify command for the end user. Like end user simply run the single line command like select star from view name, and he will be able to access the entire data that belongs to view. There no need to write the entire SQL query to see the relevant rows and column. The next one is the store complex queries. Like I said, we create a view on the top of our SQL script, so indirectly views stores the complex query and only populates the final results. The next advantage is like rename the column. Like we are using the tables and we are not compatible with the column names, then we can simply create the view and make changes into the column name and create a new virtual table for the better understanding. So that is one of the advantage. And multiple view facility. So let's say we are sharing the table content with different user with the different restrictions, so we can create a multiple views on the single table and share the views with the respected user, so that each user will have the different view based on their access and the permission, and they will be able to access the relevant data and the data set. So these are the 6 secrets of the view. Let's jump into the practical queries over here. So I'm using the Shakila dataset over here, and let's say I have the customer table in my Shakila dataset. So if I run the customer table, you can see I do have the table with me now. Okay, so these are the columns and these are the rows in customer table. So let's say I want to create a view with the specific columns only, so I will simply use the create view command, and here is the view name customer underscore v as select customer ID first name last name from the customer. So this is my underline query and I am putting the view on the top of my query. So if I simply run this, I will see okay, I already created, so I create or replace. Let me do it, or replace. So if I run this, if you see, the command is successfully completed and 0 rows are affected because we have not updated any rows into the table. So under the view category, you can see customer underscore v is created, and if I click on the table view, I can see this 3 column. So now I can share this view with the end user, where the user only can see these 3 columns, not the entire table like this. Okay, this is the actual table, and on the manipulated way, we created view and sharing this view with the end user. So end user will be able to see only these 3 columns and all these rows based on the view. The next one is it's multi-table view. So the view that we recently created is a single table. We did not include any other table, so this is now also called a single table view. Okay, the next one is the multi-table view. Multi-table view is like we are including the another table into our view. So here I had performed the joint operation. So as we have the customer ID with us in the customer table, so I'm using the payment table where I see I have the customer ID column over here. So I want customer first name, last name, and the payment amount that he had received till date as per the data. So I'll simply join these 2 tables, like payment and the customer table, where the customer ID is equal to payment customer ID. Customers c.customer ID is equal to p.payment ID. So this is the alias, you may aware about this. So if I simply run this query, I can see I have the data customer ID, first name, last name, and the salary amount. So I'll simply make it as payout. Okay, now if I run this, I have the 4 columns: customer ID, first name, last name, and the payout. This is the payout. Now I will again create a view on the top of the same query. So I will simply create a view like this, create view customer payment underscore view as this query. So if I run this query, see the row is affected now, and if you can see, we have the new view in views category, and we have this view. So now I can share this table with the another user, so that another user will be able to see the payout information for that customer. Okay, so this is how we create a single table view and a multi-table view. Hope you got this. The next one is the deleting views. So it is pretty straightforward. The way we delete the table, similarly we can delete the views also. So we simply use drop view and the view name. So let's say I want to drop this customer payment view, and if I run this command, see this has been dropped, and if I refresh this, there is no customer payment view present in the view category, so it is gone now. So this is how we can delete the views. The next point is updating the views. So there are certain things that need to be take care before updating the views, or simply we can create or replace the view if it is not fitting into the criteria. The very first criteria is if the view is created and the underlined SQL statement containing the group by. Let's say I had used the group by statement over here in the customer payment view. So if I had used the group by, then I will not be able to update this view. The second one is there is no distinct keyword. If the distinct keyword is present into the underlined query, then we will not be able to update the views. The third condition is if the view have all not null values. Okay, so if the view is containing not null values, then we will be able to update it, but if the null value is present over there, we will not be able to update the views. The fourth point is like view should not be created using the nested queries or complex queries. So if we are using the complex query like multiple joins or multiple logics within the joins, then we will not be able to update the view. The fifth point is if the view should be created from the single table. If view is created using multiple table, then we will not be allowed to update the views. Exactly, we will be able to update view only and only if that view is belongs to single table with no complicated logic or no additional subqueries or nested queries included into the underlying query. So we can only update the simple views. That's it. Okay, the next point is create. If you could see here, I have created a simple view, and if I run this, it is created successfully. Customer underscore view where the first name, last name, and email ID is present. Okay, now I want to insert the row called first name is ABC, second name is XYZ, and the email ID is this. So if I run this, I'm getting error into my workbench because for some settings in backside, but this will work in practical environment. Okay, similarly delete will work, and you can update or manipulate your existing views. So this is all about the views. Hope you like this video. Hit a thumbs up button and share your thoughts into the comment section. If you have any additional queries or doubts, you can feel free to ask. I will try to answer your query. Okay, till then I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.